Imagine this. It's 1945. The world is on fire. Nazi Germany has fallen, but Imperial Japan is still fighting fiercely. And in New Mexico, one of the most ambitious scientific experiments in human history fizzles out. No blinding flash, no mushroom cloud, no dawn of the nuclear age. The Manhattan Project, the US's top-secret gamble to build the first atomic bomb, has failed. So, what happens next? Today on Imagine This, we're asking, what if the Manhattan Project failed? The Manhattan Project wasn't just some science fair project. It was the biggest research effort the world had ever seen. Over 130,000 people worked on it. Entire towns were built in secret. It cost the US more than $2 billion at the time. That's over $25 billion today. But here's the thing, success was never guaranteed. Enrico Fermi once bet colleagues the first test might ignite the entire atmosphere. That's not confidence. That's, let's hope we don't accidentally destroy Earth. Splitting atoms was bleeding-edge physics. The uranium and plutonium supply lines were a nightmare. And for years, some scientists thought the chain reaction might not even work. So in this alternate timeline, they were right. The bomb never comes together. No bomb meant Japan never faced Hiroshima or Nagasaki. Instead, the Allies were stuck with Operation Downfall, a full-scale invasion of Japan. Estimates of casualties? In the millions. Soldiers, civilians, entire cities caught in the grind of war. It's almost certain more people would have died than in the atomic bombings. But here's the moral twist. Without the bomb, humanity wouldn't cross the threshold into nuclear warfare. Leaders might have been forced to pursue different strategies, like negotiating surrender or demonstrating power without annihilating a city. Failure might not have spared lives in 1945, but it could have spared humanity from opening Pandora's nuclear box. Now let's fast forward. Instead of a nuclear arms race, the Cold War might have unfolded very differently. Without atomic weapons, the uneasy peace through fear that kept the US and Soviet Union from open war would have never existed. Think about it. In our timeline, both sides knew pressing the button could erase humanity. That terrifying possibility kept the conflict cold instead of hot. Would the US and the Soviet Union have still clashed? Definitely. But wars might have been fought with tanks and soldiers instead of stockpiles capable of ending civilization. In some ways, failure could have meant more conventional wars, but none with the risk of turning Earth into ash in under an hour. The Manhattan Project didn't just give us the bomb. It accelerated nuclear science, nuclear reactors, medical isotopes, even space power, all got a push from the project's success. Without it, nuclear science might have taken longer to develop. Radiation therapy for cancer, nuclear energy, deep space exploration, all delayed by decades. So the failure wouldn't just shape wars. It would shape science, medicine, and how quickly humanity learned to harness or fear the atom. Here's the paradox. Nuclear weapons may have prevented World War III. Because the bomb worked, no superpower wanted to risk global annihilation. But that peace came with a price. Generations living under the shadow of instant extinction. Children ducked under desks in nuclear drills. Families built fallout shelters in their backyards. Movies, books, even music carried the dread of mushroom clouds on the horizon. Generations grew up with the idea that civilization's end could arrive in minutes. The Manhattan Project's success didn't just end a war. It began a new era, where humanity lives with the knowledge that we can delete ourselves. A failure might have changed history's battles, but success reshaped the future of civilization. And that's the real weight of 1945. Not just the war it ended, but the shadow it cast over every decade that followed. Sometimes the real question isn't what if it failed, but what if it succeeded a little too well?